Hi, so this is the story of my Japanese journey. My Japanese journey started when back in 1976 when I watched a TV program called The Water Margin. The Water Margin. I've always watched television since I was a kid. Always the one that held the television, always the one that turned the channel. Sometimes it was like this. Sometimes we had a string to the actual TV that you had to click on, which was the first kind of remote control. By 1976 I was still in primary school, so I was very young, and I always had the television. I watched things like the Old Grey Whistle Test. I used to watch old dramas, horror films, especially when I was at work in the night time. And I used to watch this thing called The Water Margin. I'll put down in the description a link down below of somebody who actually went through the years the way that I did, so I won't explain now, but I'll give you a bit of background to it. So this is the song that I heard at the end of Shogun. Not Shogun. This is a song that I heard at the end of The Water Margin when I was a child, and it's the ending theme song to The Water Margin that sparked my interest in all things Japanese. Didn't know it was Japanese at the time, but it's the first foreign song that captured my soul, and I decided to start to learn the song. So I continued to learn the song for about the whole series, and then that's what sparked me to learn more Japanese. So this is the song. 'I heard the voice from this song, and the voice captured my heart, and this is what started me learning the language. So let's give you some background. We'll read off Wikipedia a bit. So this song was made and sang by a gentleman called Peter Mac Jr. It was a single back in the day. In 1976 it came out on the BBC with Godigal on the end of it, that did other Japanese songs including Monkey Magic, which I'll talk about in another video because it's the next one that part of my Japanese journey. So yep, Peter Mac Jr. He was the gentleman who sang the song. So a little bit of his background. So he was the product of an American soldier and a Japanese mum. He must have been a mix, because I mean, look at that afro. So he must have been half black something or other. But he was an American Japanese singer whose Japanese name was Kikuo Fujiwara. Was born in 1948 in Hyogo Prefecture. So yeah, he grew up in Hyogo Prefecture. Didn't really attend school much apparently, because he had to work, because his father was never around, because he went off to the Korean War at some point. And then apparently in 1964 he was heard singing at a party with a friend who heard him and invited him to join a group which was a boy band, as well as being their vocalist. After that he formed his own group, worked mainly in Kobe apparently for around 3 years. Kobe, by the way, is a great city. I was there 1997. I first went to Kobe. Yeah, I visited there while I was still living in Japan. So yeah, 28 years ago now, 23 or 4 years, something like that. Quite a long time. Anyway, in 1968 he was invited by a leader called Keitaro Miho to participate in a band called White Kicks that played rhythm and blues, which is R&B songs basically, which is another reason probably why I love Japanese music. As the series goes along, I want to introduce you to lots of Japanese music and Japanese dramas that I love, that I've rewatched over the years, so especially this year, since I now have a thing called TiVo, but that's by the by. Anyway, and then they moved to Tokyo, so in 1968 he moved to Tokyo. At the same time he joined a band called the Mummies, which was formed by Yoshisuga Tabata. And they worked on vocals, and he also participated in the Shinjuku Music Festival, which still goes on, by the way. I used to live in Shinjuku, so I went to Shinjuku back in the 90s and the early 2000s, so it's still there. And he went to a Nemu Jazz Inn, an outdoor festival that was sponsored by a company called Yamaha. And Yamaha, for anyone who knows things about music, are the people that produce keyboards. I don't know if they still do now, but they did then. And then, after a few years, he studied and lots of entertainment. He played R&B soul music, and he worked under the name of Peter Mac Jr. Don't know where he got his name from, doesn't even say on Wikipedia. It's very vague on Wikipedia who he and what he is, but anyway, that's what he was. His English name became Peter Mac Jr. Might have been the name of his dad actually, I don't know. He started singing songs for different theme songs for different things. One called Rock at Midnight, which I might have to try and find. If I can find it, I'll put it up. I'll put a link to it. For a movie called High School Student Banjo Midnight Broadcast. 1971, he released his first solo single and album. I've only got a couple of covers. As you can see, he looks half black, half Japanese, so he's mixed. Obviously he's a Blasian, as they call it now. So I wonder if it was hard that how he lived when he was a youngster. But anyway, that was him. And then he starred in a movie called Escape in 1972, and he also sang the theme song to that called Black Coffee, but it was postponed because of an accident that happened to one of his friends. So obviously by that point he'd been going on, what, 5 or 6 years, so he always started to write and sing theme songs for other things. 73, he sang a theme song Calling the Dawn for a TV drama called Suidoden in Japan, and then in 76 that's what it was called, and it was released in the UK. So Suidoden is called The Water Margin, released in the UK. And in English, no. In 1973 he sang a song called Calling the Dawn for the 20th anniversary of a TV drama called Suidoden in Japan. The drama aired on the BBC in 1976, which is when I saw it, and it was released called The Water Margin, with a song in English by Godaigo, and it reached the top 40 in the UK in 37. Highest was 37th place. So 76, when I was still at primary school, that's when I heard that song. So yeah, I never knew it was Japanese, didn't know what it was. All I know is that when I heard the song, the theme song, Suikoden, which was then called the Water Margin theme song, which was the ending theme song for all of the episodes. That was, I think it was about 30 minutes or so. Yeah, that's the song that captured my heart, that made me want to go and live in Japan. And then in 1978, he released a vocal version of a TV drama anime called Lupin the Third, the theme song. UK at that time wasn't into anime, or didn't have a lot of anime. Definitely didn't have Lupin. We had a thing called Battle of the Planets. And we had... what else did we have? For me, it was Battle of the Planets. I think the UK missed anime at that point. I had a few musical people around, but not a lot of anime. So yeah, for me, it was basically Battle of the Planets, which is... what's it called again? Gacha Man? Gacha something. Anyway, Battle of the Planets. Picture of who they were. So it might be nostalgic to lots of you out there, but yeah. That was my thing. Anyway. Yeah, that's the only bits that I could find about him. Peter Mac Jr. or Pete Mac Jr. His real name is Kikuo Fujiwara. Unfortunately, he died in 2009. Don't really know what the circumstances are, but that's the only bits that Wikipedia had on him. So after nearly 50 years, 49 years of that song, 50 years would be in 2026, that I've been enamoured by that song. Yeah, I found through a little bit of a searching now that we have all this information, or not a lot of information, but bits of information on Reddit and on certain things that I've watched on Mr. Fuji that I watch on TV at YouTube. Yeah, that's the start of my journey, my Japanese journey. Yeah, so I sang that song consistently. Still know what I think are the words. I have a video, I'll do a link that I did about 3 years ago about how I started. My singing is awful, by the way. I don't really think I look any different. But yeah. So, I hope you like this video. So tell me if you've got any nostalgic thoughts, comments about the water margin. Like I said, it started for me 49 years ago. I am that old, by the way. So yeah, and my Japanese journey since then, 1976, has continued up until this day and will always continue because I'm still involved in lots of different things, all Japanese. But yeah, I hope you did like this video. Like I said, please like, subscribe, make some comments. Tell me how you got involved in your Japanese journey. Was it with, like me, if you're this old? Like I said, the UK didn't have a lot of, if anything, to do with anime until probably about 20, maybe 30 years ago. So I didn't grow up with learning Japanese through anime. I learnt my Japanese from the water margin, the theme song to the water margin. So I shall hope to see you in the next video. Please subscribe, like I said, make comments. I'll put some links below for a bit more about the water margin, and if you do get a chance to see it, it's pretty old though. Like I said, it's 50 years old. No, it's 50, was it now? 50 blur years old now, because it obviously came out in 73 in Japan, but in 76 in the UK. Yeah. The gentleman who plays the lead, by the way, he's still alive. I've seen him in a recent drama, because I now have, my house, by the way, is all about Japanese, Japanese. I don't watch any English TV. I watch all of my TV in Japanese, about Japan, anything about Japan, and I know what's going on at the moment. So that's another video. But yeah, I don't know if I'm the only one in the UK that has it, but I drive with listening to Japanese music. I watch Japanese TV. I have a thing called TVer. Netflix now has got lots of Japanese stuff going on, so I can watch things that I used to watch from back in the day and also watch the new stuff. So I will be introducing quite a lot of the old stuff And some of the new stuff, I'm getting used to some of the new actors and actresses now, because I haven't been watching Japanese TV for a good 10 years. So, as I'm in the UK at the moment. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Anyway, that's enough of me waffling. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye.